بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين أفضل الصلاة وأتم التسليم وعلى آله وأصحابه وسلم تسليما كثيرا أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد. I have to get this eraser that I want. Makes it easy. This is a continuation of our class of Uloom and the knowledge and the different benefits from the Quran al-Kareem. نسأل الله سبحانه وتعالى أن يوفقنا لما يحب الله ويرضاه. He was in that closet too, put the stuff. I hope he didn't hit no wires or nothing. Just thought about that too. Our brother was stuff. That is pretty loud. That's recent though. He was in the closet, put the stuff last night after dusk. How's the love okay. Tell you, today I want to talk a little bit about, and it's almost like part 2 of the Sugar Free Man class. It probably would help bring out some of those points more. That is the issue of the tree. Issue of the tree. So, if you have a tree, I have to do this all over the middle of the board. Trunk. Yeah. And you have the trunk. So in the middle is Islam. They normally spell it with one A, but really it's a medda. Islam, not Islam. Islam. Nah. And it looks like this. It's so cool. Islam. So that alif is elongated in the lam. It's like 2 A's. Islam. So we have the tree. It's Islam. And then everything that comes after that is the short part, the branches. So you have Islam, and then the opposite of Islam is, I'm not in the tree, right?
No.
Okay. Kufr is Kufr. You have Islam and you have Kufr. Islam, that's al-Asl. But Diddo, the opposite of Islam, Kufr. Then you have from Islam, here is He. Sometimes you spell it with a H-I-D. You have Islam, the opposite is Kufr. Islam, and from it is Tawheed. The other side of the tree, right? not in the tree. The opposite of Tawheed is, excuse me, shirk. The opposite of Tawheed is Mada shirk. Anything here?
No.
Where's the sheen? Is it here? The first letter in Arabic looks like the W, sheen. Should be a sheen around the calf. Where's the sheen?
To your left a little bit. Yeah.
Right there?
A little bit more. There.
Those are 3 dots. Remember, we went over that in class a year ago. 3 dots. Draw like that. That's 3 dots. It's sheen. Shirk, because the line is at the bottom. Shirk. Shirk. So shirk, yani, diddu at-tawheed. It's the opposite of tawheed. Wa Islam, yani, didduhu mada al-kufr. Give me an example. First of all, what is the meaning of Islam? Don't say peace. Allahumma sallam. Hakada Islam. Hotek. Allahumma sallam. Hakada Islam. Peace. Nod your head and you see the brother, he walk, he see you, he say, that's his way of saying Islam. Peace.
Submission.
Submission.
Submission to the will of Allah.
To the will of Allah. You sound like Farrakhan, brother. Submission to the will of Allah. Come on, man. Do better than that shit. What is Islam?
Submission to the commands and prohibitions.
Oh, the command of prohibition. Okay, submission to the will of Allah. Let's take that. I didn't mean to downgrade you. That's really a thumbs up. Submission to the will of Allah. What is the will of Allah? Just think about this. It's about to expand. I'm telling you. Right now. Submission to the will of Allah. What's the will of Allah?
What he commands.
Somebody said what he commands. What's the will of Allah?
And his prohibition.
His prohibitions. Okay. وَلِلَّهِ أَسْلَمَ مَنْ فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. Allah said, وَلِلَّهِ, and to Allah, أَسْلَمَ, submits, مَنْ فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. So submission, just what you said, is in the ayah. وَلِلَّهِ, to Allah, أَسْلَمَ, submits, مَنْ, whosoever, فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ, in the heavens, one earth. And then here's the thing. Taw'an qawhan. Taw'an qawhan. Taw'an, willingly, voluntarily. Qawhan, unwillingly. Wa ilayhi yurja'un. And all of them, he's going to bring them back to him. That same one that Allah is saying, everything, all of them submits to Allah, either willingly or unwillingly. Give me an example of willingly submitting to Allah. Become a Muslim. Mm-hmm. Okay. And how do you do that? I want to become a Muslim.
Taking your shahada.
Take your shahada. Okay. So what's a shahada?
Saying La ilaha illallah and
وَأَنَّ مُحَمَّدًا رَسُولُ اللَّهِ.
I'll tell you, mashallah. That's it?
No.
I just had a whole class on this. Y'all better come correct.
A statement.
And believing it in your heart.
MashaAllah, barakallahu feekum. Alhamdulillah. Tayyib. Give me an example of submitting to Allah unwillingly. About to choke on that bagel, right?
Yeah.
Not yet. I got CPR. I know how to get you. Don't do it.
That's example.
Submission to Allah willingly, we just gave that. I want become a Muslim. Okay, Tayyib, that sounds good. How about unwillingly? As a diet, Tawam Korha. See, I'm going to get y'all up into role play. Oh yeah. What's this?
You're bowing.
Okay. I'm not bowing. Where's my hand? Okay. I'm making a motion.
Oh, you're using the bathroom.
Ooh, my stomach hurt.
Yeah.
What's that? Submission willingly or unwillingly?
Unwilling. Unwilling. Yawning.
Willingly or unwillingly?
Unwilling.
Going to sleep.
Willingly or unwillingly?
Unwilling.
That's why Allah said, وَلِلَّهِ أَسْلَمَ مَنْ فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. To Allah, everything in the heavens and the earth, everything here means number two. We have two types of things when Allah says, مَا فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. وَلِلَّهِ أَسْلَمَ مَا فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. I made a mistake. I said man, it should have been مَا فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. And how do I know the correction? Because man only refers to angels, jinn, human beings. But Allah said, وَلِلَّهِ أَسْلَمَ مَا فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. Man means everything. Animals, insects, humans, jinns, angels, because we're talking about two aspects. Willingly, that's the people who have intellect. Those who are the creation that can discern between right and wrong. Who are the creation that can discern between right and wrong?
The jinn and mankind.
Okay, why didn't you mention the topmost first?
Angels.
Thank you, my brother Fikum, the angels. Then,
Mankind.
angels in order.
Angels, jinn,
Uh-huh.
and
And
human
then,
beings.
Okay, take. That, whenever Allah says man, whosoever, he's talking about those three categories. But if Allah says, وَلِلَّهِ أَسْلَمَ مَا فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. Then he's talking about every creation, because ma is used for all of the creation. Alladhi is samawati wal ard. But here, Allah Azza wa Jalla in the ayah said, وَلِلَّهِ أَسْلَمَ مَنْ فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ. So he used man. But he really means ma fi samawati wal ard. Everything in the heavens and the earth. How do we know that? Because he said two different things. So here, Allah just said, وَلِلَّهِ أَسْلَمَ مَا فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. We would have known he's talking about everything. Angels, jinns, humans, insects, plants, animals, mammals, gases, different type of atoms. But Allah just said, وَلِلَّهِ أَسْلَمَ مَنْ فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. So he's talking about those three things. Jinn, I should say angels, jinn, and human beings. Why? Because he's talking about willingly. The only ones that can submit willingly is the one who have intellect. The only way you can make a choice, I'm going to obey or not obey, you have to have what?
A mind.
You have to have a mind. Can a cat do that?
No.
Can a dog do that?
No.
Can a dolphin do that? No. Can a lion do that?
No.
And we're talking about obey Allah. Now, come here, and then the animal come, sit down, and the animal sit down. We talking about they have to make a decision. Am I going to do what Allah says is halal or violate that? So that is the Islam willingly. That is the Islam that has to do with the opposite, kufr. That's a conscious decision. That is the Islam that has to do with at-tawheed. That is the Islam that has to do with shirk. That you avoid shirk, you avoid kufr, and that you strive and obtain at-tawheed. That's a conscious decision. As for unwillingly, then it's talking about what our brother Ibrahim said, the will of Allah. What Allah has decided, that's His will. Mashiach, what Allah wants you to do. So you have what is Koniyan. Koniyan means universe. Say Koniyan.
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 Koniyan comes from the word cone. Not the orange thing you put in the street when they're working and you don't want to fall in the hole. That's the cone. The ice cream goes on a cone. Some bakur that you burn smells good. They're in the shape of a cone. They hear cone in Arabic, kaf, waw, noon, it means existence. Can I go up here?
Yes, yes you can.
So you have Aleph, then you have home, existence. So the irada to koniya, what Allah wants to be done universally, is what's considered unwillingly. You have no choice to do these things. Whatever exists must do the following. Whatever Allah created you to do universal, you will do. So again, a cat, a dog, a human, a sea creature, an insect, animals, a bear, a lion, what they have in common. Give me some things they have in common that they all do. Eat. So that's Koniyan. That's the Mashiach of Allah. Mashiatullah Koniyan. The will of Allah, universal, the eat. That's an example of submitting to Him unwillingly. Another one. Give me another example of something they all do. Rest. That's an example of Mashiatullah, Iradatullah, what Allah wants, what He decides, Koniyan. Man, something that exists, they're going to do that thing unwillingly. You have to do it. If you say, I'll never eat, I'll never drink, would you be able to perform that?
No.
No, why?
You have to.
The will of Allah is that you have to eat. He designed you to do that.
Right.
Eating, sleeping, give me another one. Dying. Now, Koniyan. So this is Mashiatullah Azza wa Jal, Koniyan. This is the meaning of everything in the heavens and the earth submits to Allah, and then He said, willingly or unwillingly. Give me another thing they all do. Some I illustrated, my stomach.
It relieves themselves.
They got to relieve themselves. Do you have a choice in the matter?
No.
Take it. Give me another thing. What when a dog comes and he's like this?
You got to drink.
Hey, drink, Koniyan. Give me another thing. How do we multiply? Procreate. Koniyan. So all of this is a type of submission that Allah just mentioned, unwillingly. As for willingly, then this is what we're talking about here.
Islam.
Yeah. So when you said the will of Allah, see how that thing expanded? And how He said, obeying Allah, what Allah commanded you. And see how that thing expands?
Right.
Yeah.
When He prohibits.
With the concepts. See how,
It goes.
again, you can talk about these issues, connecting the dots. You can just go on and on and on and on and on. Allah. But why? Because this is the knowledge of Allah Azza wa Jal. It never ends. And He has more knowledge than that. This is just a drop, as they say, in the bucket. So, Islam is in the root of the tree. If you don't have that, you have no branches. You gotta have the Islam in order to have branches. Anything that comes after Islam that's a part of Islam or a part of life or a part of doing good or a part of something that you can be rewarded for is from the branches of Iman. That question was asked last week. Well, how do you know that these things are from the branches? So here's Islam. Bring anything that you want to talk about. If Islam, if the din of Allah allows it, co-signs it, guess what? It's the branch of Iman. So for example, smiling. After Islam, somebody smiles. Is that a branch of Iman?
Yes.
Why and how? We said that if Allah allows it, if it's something you'll be rewarded for, if it's something that's good, it's considered a branch of Iman. So what is smiling?
You get rewarded.
You get rewarded?
Yeah.
How much? I'm smiling.
At your brother.
I got my pocket open. Look, come on, my reward. Look. What do you mean?
To another Muslim.
It's another Muslim. Do you get reward if you smile at a non-Muslim?
Yes.
It's a form of charity.
It's a form of charity. MashaAllah. Barakallahu feekum. Charity to who? To them, to you, yourself. MashaAllah. Tay, give me another thing that if you do after Islam, you'll be rewarded. There's a merit in it. It's a virtue. It's good. It's how you know it's a branch of Iman.
Give the greetings.
Give the greeting. MashaAllah. Hello. I get a greeting.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum. Okay. All right. Tay. Assalamu alaikum. To whom?
To Muslim.
To the Muslim. MashaAllah. Give me another thing. You want some everyday life things. Okay, smiling was one. You gave salams. Give me some everyday life things after Islam. If you do it, it's good. You'll be rewarded. It's something that is going to be considered a branch. If it's something that Islam allows, you'll be rewarded. It's good. It's considered a branch of Iman in most cases.
Helping your neighbor.
Helping your neighbor, mashallah.
Feeding someone.
Feeding somebody. Come on, y'all.
Removing something harmful.
Move something harmful. Okay. Now, so you got a bunch of drug dealers. They hustling. They hold up the dirty block. So you go get your AK and you ride. I'm removing them from the harm of the people. Is that from the branches of Iman now?
No.
Why not?
Because you're causing harm.
Causing harm. So, will you be rewarded for that?
No.
Nope.
No. You'll be punished. So you see how to determine what's from the branches of Iman. After your Islam, anything you do that Islam, that Allah and His Messenger sanctions, that's good. You'll be rewarded. That's how you know it's from the branches of what?
Amen.
Iman. Yeah, in most cases. In most cases. There's something, basically that, Because if it's not good, you won't be rewarded, then it can't be from the branches of Iman. Because Iman, we said, is not only a statement on the tongue and a belief in the heart, but it's actions with the what?
Limbs.
Woo! There you go. You're cooking. And you ain't cooking with Lord either. You smell like Crisco. I don't even know. Can we use Crisco? Yeah. Hey. So, this is very important to understand this material, because many times we sit, we read, we're in the lessons. Now you're in the age of sitting in front of the YouTube, Facebook, and we can't give this feedback. If you can't give this feedback, know that you may not understand what you read. And our Shaykh al-Doktor, Fadilatuhu Hafidahullah Ta'ala, Shaykh al-Doktor Tahir, he mentioned this. And he was teaching one of the classes, mashallah, tabarakallah. May Allah protect the Shaykh, bless him, protect him and his family, bless his works, bless him to leave something for the people, man, that really can help, make a difference. He said that in the class, he's teaching them how to read the book. Books have to be taught how to read them. And he doesn't mean like literacy, but he meant literacy. He said, because you can read the book, he said, but if I ask you what you read and you can't tell me, then you really didn't read the book. He said you have to be taught how to read the book, what to look for in the passage, what to underline, what's the main subject, what's intended here, these kind of things. And you have to be able to give some type of example to show that you understand it. That's why many books, they're made with tables that have the lesson already broke down into questions. You have Masail, different issues it's broken down to. Then it's giving you some, give me 5 examples of such and such. So when you read now, you got to look for those 5 things and such. And I might tell you, give me an example of such and such. Give me the meaning of this word linguistically and Islamically. Why? Because this is how you know you understand the subject matter. Hakada, sahih. And that's why and I only say it to encourage, but to also shed light on the reality, not to make people feel low. But this is why whenever someone who knows Arabic listens to a live lesson of somebody like Sheikh Uthaymeen, he's doing that throughout the whole lesson. You'll never get that out of the book that they translate or even the book in Arabic that they transcribe from his lessons. But when you listen to the lesson, you hear him in the dars going like this, back and forth with the students. Oh man, it's live. And you get so much, and you get to see who knows what, who understood, and who didn't. Sometimes the sheikh said, no. I tell him, no, that's not what I mean. And these are people who sit with the sheikh every day. He's calling them who reading the book, Sheikh so-and-so, which brings another issue. They said you can't say that so-and-so is sheikh, you got to say ustad. He's the instructor. The shuyukh is across the pond, across the ocean. We're never shuyukh. How is somebody reading and they're saying so-and-so is reading sheikh so-and-so, then he's reading for the sheikh? If the sheikh calls him sheikh, he's sheikh. But he's still the student of the sheikh. He doesn't know as much as the sheikh, but the sheikh called him sheikh. And he may have to be corrected. He read the word wrong. He missaid it. Take it. Like the sheikh is sheikh. But the sheikh is a sheikh. Dhul ilm, the one who has some ilm. Hakka, sahih. That's one meaning of sheikh. So, when we talk about at-tawheed, we said in the class Kitab al-Tawheed from the Sahih of Imam Bukhari, and in the Fath al-Majid, Shir Kitab al-Tawheed, that at-Tawheed linguistically means ja'ala shay'in wahid, to make something one, unit. Here when we say at-Tawheed, we mean to make the worship to Allah one, not to the Trinity, 3 in 1, not to 360 idols like the Quraysh, to make your worship to one deity, and that's the one who created you. That's the Tawheed when we talk about Tawheed in most cases. But Tawheed also means in the Asma wa Sifat that you don't make Allah looking like my looking. You don't make Allah hearing like my hearing. Although I hear, Allah hears. Allah He sees, I see. I myself may show love, Allah He shows love. Is it the same? No. That's the meaning of Tawheed here when we talk about Tawheed. The worship of Allah, make it only for Allah. The concepts of Allah, make them only for Him. And His names, attributes, and His actions, don't mix them with human actions and attributes, similarities and examples. Make them in a class by themselves. Kufr. Is that you guys took a picture of that tree?
Yes, we got it.
You don't have no leaves on it. It's a mesquite tree, huh? I didn't even write the branches yet, but I brought you some information that you can imagine that has to do with the terminology, which is Islam inside, which is the root. And then you have the opposite of Islam, which is kufr. And you have yani al-mada, you have a tawheed, which is part of the Islam. Without the tawheed, there's no Islam. And while Islam, there's no tawheed. They go together. And then we wrote a shirk, which is the opposite of tawheed. So Islam, the opposite of Islam is kufr. And a tawheed, the opposite of tawheed is shirk. Is that clear?
Very
Yes.
Let's see how clear it is. Let me get my Windex. Give me an example of kufr. We did Islam. Like, give me an example of kufr.
disbelief.
Okay, that's a
Disbelief
translation.
in Allah.
Disbelief in Allah. That's a translation. Give me an example. I need meat on the bone. That bone has no meat.
Worshipping idol.
Okay, worshiping an idol. It's kufr. How is it kufr? Because it's the opposite of what?
Of Islam.
Barakallahu fikum. A and B. Islam, Tawheed, worship Allah alone. Kufr, worship others with Allah Tabarak. It's also shirk, but it's kufr at the same time. How is it kufr? Because it's the opposite of Islam. But it's shirk too, because you're giving that worship to the one other than Allah, which is
Tawheed.
Are y'all connecting the dots? Do you see what just happened? We went boom, boom, boom.
That's right. All connected.
Somebody might say, wait a minute. Scratch his head. I thought you just said that was kufr, to worship an idol. But then you just said shirk. I'm confused. Hold on. Barakallahu fikum. To worship other than Allah is kufr. To do what you just said, to worship Jesus, worship an idol, is kufr. Why? Because it's the opposite of Islam, but it's also being ungrateful for the one who told you to submit to him. If you're grateful and Allah tells you to submit, what would you do?
Submit.
Submit. If you're grateful and Allah tells you something, you will obey him. So if Allah told us to worship him, when you worship him, then that's tawheed. You gave that right to Allah. And Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala tells you to worship him, and you say, well, I don't want to worship you. I want to do what I was raised. I want to stay at Jehovah. And you worship Jehovah. Kufr. Because you have not only did the opposite of Islam, which is kufr, you have shown pure 100% ungratefulness to the one who created you and told you what's good for you, which is his right to obey him. You said no. So it's kufr from the perspective of the opposite of Islam. It's kufr from the perspective of being ungrateful to Allah. And it's shirk because you shared in this, which that means is only for who?
Allah.
Allah. So this is how it became shirk. We went into business. That's shirk. Linguistic. I'm selling lemonade. He said, wow, man, you make it out pretty good. You know? You need a partner? I said, yeah, I don't mind a partner, you know. It's enough for both, you know. I can take that extra money that I would be putting into this and invest it in something else that's called shirk. Sharikat. We have made a partnership. Shirk. We have associated together. So when you give the worship to other than Allah, it's kufr because it's the opposite of Islam, and it is Allah's right and tawheed that you only give the worship to him. And when you give it to other than Allah, it is being ungrateful, and you have also committed shirk at the same time. So what you should learn from this, kullu shirk kufr. Kullu shirk kufr. Say kullu.
Kulu.
Kullu.
Kulu.
That with a Kullu with ka. Kullu.
Kulu.
Kullu.
Kulu.
Shirk.
Shirk.
Kullu.
Kulu.
Kullu.
Kulu.
Kullu.
Kulu.
Shirk.
Shirk.
Kufr.
Kufr.
Kullu.
Kulu.
Kullu.
Kulu.
Shirk.
Shirk.
Kufr.
Kufr.
What does kullu mean? Kullu means every. Kullu shirk, every shirk, at the same time is kufr. Kullu shirk, kufr. Every shirk is kufr. How? When you associate partners with Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, which means you violated the Tawheed, you shared in something that's the right of Allah, and you gave it to somebody else. This is shirk. And it's kufr because it's the opposite of Islam, and it's being ungrateful for the Tawheed that Allah commanded you. So kullu shirk,
Kulu. Shirk.
kufr.
Kufr.
Kullu,
Kulu.
kullu,
Kulu.
shirk,
Shirk.
kufr.
Kufr.
Every shirk is kufr.
Every shirk is kufr.
Here's the last part of this. Walaysa,
Walaysa.
walaysa,
Walaysa.
kufr.
Kufr.
Nah, I'm sorry. Walaysa,
Walaysa.
kullu,
Kulu.
kufr,
Kufr.
shirk.
Shirk.
You have the front and the back. Kullu shirk,
Kulu. Shirk.
kufr.
Kufr.
Again, kullu,
Kulu.
kullu,
Kulu.
kullu,
Kulu.
shirkin,
Shirkin.
kufr.
Kufr.
Walaysa,
Walaysa.
walaysa,
Walaysa.
kullu,
Kulu.
kufrin,
Kufwan.
kufran.
Kufwan.
Not one, run.
Kufran.
Shirk.
Shirk. Shirk.
So every shirk is kufr, but not every kufr is shirk. A short way of saying it, kullu shirk, kufrin, walaysa ox. Ox means opposite. Ox.
Walaysa. As.
Ox. Like an ox. Oxtails. Ox. In
Walaysa.
Arabic,
Ox.
ox means opposite. Kullu shirk, kufr. Every shirk is kufr at the same time. Walaysa. Walaysa means no. Walaysa, ox, and not the opposite. The long way, kullu shirk, kufr. Every shirk is kufr. Walaysa, and not every kufr. Walaysa kullu, and not every kufr shirk. And not every kufr is shirk.
Not every kufr is shirk.
What does this mean? Well, we understand that there's more kufr than shirk. Kufr akthar min shirk. There's more kufr than shirk. That's why every kufr is not shirk, but every shirk is kufr. Now, like for example,
Bid'ah.
لا مش هذا.
Asking for a raise.
No, we're talking about deen. Asking for a raise?
Yeah.
What about asking for a raise?
You're asking a human being
Uh-huh.
increase within your money.
No. What about it? You think it's kufr or shirk? No. That's what you're asking?
I was trying to think of something related to that.
No. What, again, what's the principle? Kullu shirk, kufr. Every shirk at the same time is kufr.
Having an intermediary between you and Allah.
Okay, having an intermediary between you and Allah, is it kufr or shirk?
Shirk.
Both.
Both.
Both. MashaAllah.
Both.
Right.
Both. Tayyib. Okay. What about magic? Black magic.
Okay, yeah.
This is example. واتبعوا ما تتلو الشياطين على ملك سليمان وما كفر سليمان ولكن الشياطين ماذا؟ كفروا. So Allah Azza wa Jalla mentioned that sihr is kafaru, kufr, but it's not shirk. You have to commit shirk to become down with them, But the sihr itself is kufr, it's not shirk. To say that the people of the book, they're not kuffar. Jew and Christian are kuffar, they believe us. That's kufr. But it's not shirk.
Right.
Because Allah said it's kufr. For you to deny it, it's kufr. But it's not shirk.
No. This is it.
So every shirk is kufr. It's built in together. But not every kufr is the opposite. Yeah. Because there are different types of kufr. There is not shirk, but every shirk in itself is still kufr. Same thing with the names and attributes of Allah. Every name of Allah has an attribute and an action, but not every action and attribute has a name, because his actions are more than his names. His actions are more than his names. Now, so the ratio is always going to be the one that is the least has both, and the one that has the most won't be the opposite. Won't be the opposite. So again, give me an example of something that's kufr.
Gambling.
Gambling?
Zodiac signs. That's shirk.
Zodiac sign?
That's shirk.
That's kufr and shirk.
Yeah.
Just want something that's kufr by itself.
Doing drugs.
Allah Musta'an. Doing drugs is kufr.
Act of disobedience.
Drinking
It's an
alcohol.
act of disobedience.
So when you in the act of
Disobedience.
disobedience, you in the act of kufr.
No. Tell you. So I didn't want to bring that shade, but it's true. Kufr also refers to any time that you are ungrateful, and any time you disobey Allah, that's ungratefulness. So any act of disobedience is kufr. I want to tell you guys that today because I thought it may be a bit too much. But think about it. Jazakumullah khair. If Islam, the opposite of it is kufr, and it means to be ungrateful to what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave you, then doesn't it make sense that every time you disobey Allah, you're being what?
Grateful.
Ungrateful.
So that means that every sin also is an act of what?
Ungrateful.
Kufr.
Kufr in Arabic, ungratefulness in English, yeah. So that's another point that I didn't want to bring that nuance, but I already halfway brought it. That's why it makes sense to you. And when the answer was you're using drugs, don't be thrown off. Yeah, because it's ungratefulness. Allah gave you a body. He told you, now he would go with what Umar said, what's halal and haram, obeying him, not disobeying him. Does drugs fall in that category?
Yes.
Yeah. Did he tell you you can use drugs?
No.
Is drugs halal and haram?
Haram.
Is it bad for you?
Yes.
Tape. So then that means that it's not from the branches of Iman to use drugs, it's from the branches of Iman to stay away from drugs. So it's kufr. So any act of disobedience is an act of kufr. But you have kufr that's an act and kufr that's a belief. Kufr that's an act, kufr that's a belief. The kufr that's an act, you still remain a Muslim if you make it to being in Islam. But the kufr that has the issue of belief tied to it, that takes you from Islam. So we'll bring that next time, what kufr that a Muslim could have with him and still be a Muslim and sin, and what kufr a Muslim could have with him and lose his Islam. We'll bring that next time. But that's an example of kufr. Give me another example of kufr. Keep in mind, disobeying Allah, being ungrateful, what is belief or action when we talk about kufr. Give me another example of kufr.
Not believing in Allah.
Not believing in Allah, mashallah.
Lying.
Lying, mashallah. Come on, Sheikh.
Stealing.
No, the other Sheikh. The quiet Sheikh. Huh? He took your answer. Mashallah. Give it back to him, man. It's not right. Think of especially us who are leaders. We deal with this kufr all the time. How about arguing and debating?
Yes.
Kufr. How about deceit?
Yes.
How about being mean?
Yes.
How about not being clean?
Yes.
How about starting fitna?
Yeah.
How about not keeping your word?
Yeah.
How about not praying on time purposely?
Yeah.
How about holding back when it's time to give charity?
Yeah.
Many acts that are kufr. Many acts. Allah musta'an. Wa mada barakallahu fikum. Give me an example of shirk.
Worshiping Jesus, saying Jesus.
Remember, keep in mind, shirk, you sharing something that belongs to Allah. If I give you, here's my drink. Hold it, I'll be back. And so comes in sweating. Whoo, I'm sweating. You say, man, you look like you're about to pass out. Here, take a sip. You just did shirking with. You gave what was mine to somebody else. I didn't tell you to share that with him. And now guess what? As the Prophet said, Taraktuhu wa shirkahu. I abandoned him and his shirk. I don't want that. He put his mouth on that, he can have it. Shirk. Example of shirk.
Thanking somebody else for anything you get,
Again.
other than Allah.
Again. One more time.
Thanking someone
Uh-huh.
or anything else for anything that you get, other than Allah.
Okay. Thanking someone else for something that you get other than thanking Allah. Is that shirk? And they Ibrahim.
That's church. Yes.
Shirk and the shirk. Shirk and the lace of the shirk. Shirk and what? I'm not asking.
Not sure.
Not shirk.
Yeah.
So you got two people said thanking someone for something that you got other than Allah is shirk, and somebody said no. Shirk and lick. Shirk.
Well, okay.
Shirk. Shirk.
That's church.
I said sheikha. You're a woman. Sheikha means female. Shirk and lace division. That's how
Say it again.
is it shirk?
What's your
He said to thank somebody for something that you got other than thanking Allah. Two of them said that shirk. The one who said it, his comrade joined him, and then Sheikh, he said no. Sheikh Anwar said no.
no?
Hey. So you got 2 and 2. Now the tiebreaker. Either I'm going to go with you guys, or I'm going to go with them. Or it's going to be deadlocked. And we got to come back, take a break. This jury's deadlocked. What do you think? Which side do you think I'm going to go with? Is it shirk or not shirk? Which one do you think I'm going to say?
I think you're going to say church.
Not sure.
Hey, and this is a mistake that most people make. And we'll stop here. If it's something that Allah Azza wa Jal blessed you to have through somebody, they shouldn't want the thanks. As Allah said in Surah Al-Insan, مَا نُرِيدُ مِنْهُمْ جَزَاءً وَلَا شُكُورًا. We don't want from them any reward nor thanks. What was the ayat? The beginning of the ayat, Allah said, those people who he's talking about said, إِنَّمَا نُطْعِمُكُمْ لِوَجْهِ اللَّهِ. We're only giving you this food, feeding you for the sake of Allah. Then what they say to those people? Because obviously those people was about to give them something in exchange. Said, إِنَّمَا نُطْعِمُكُمْ لِوَجْهِ اللَّهِ. We're only feeding you for the sake of Allah. And to get the reward from Allah. To be thanked by Allah. Because when you do deeds of good, Allah, huwa shakur. He's thankful to you, not that he has to have you do anything for him, but he shows appreciation, which is a part of gratefulness when you show appreciation. So, when Allah bless you with something through somebody, you shouldn't want a thanks. You shouldn't want a wage. But if you're deserving of that wage, that work you did is really like something monumental. Maybe you need it, but you didn't expect it. And it's not wrong if you expect it, if that's a job from the beginning. But we're talking about a deed that you do for somebody. You shouldn't expect any wage unless it's agreed upon as an act of work, skill, trade. But a thing you do to help somebody, you shouldn't expect a wage nor thanks. But as humans, you would feel good if they thank you. It would encourage you to do it again and not say, man, I'm always doing something for people. They don't even have enough courtesy. They don't even have enough consideration to say thanks. Why? Because that's a human feeling to be appreciated. So therefore, although they say, we only feed you for the sake of Allah. We don't want any wage from you, nor do we want any thanks. What did the Prophet say? The Prophet said in the Sunan Abi Dawood and in the Musannaf Ibn Abi Shayba that the Prophet said, Man la yashkur nas la yashkur Allah. Man la yashkur nas la yashkur Allah. Whoever doesn't thank the people, what people? The people that Allah made through them something for you to benefit. Whoever doesn't thank them, guess what? You have not thanked Allah. Many times you give something to somebody, they give something to you, and maybe they get it and they don't say anything. But you, when you get it, you say, thank you, I hate. He said, don't thank me, I did it for the sake of Allah. What are you talking about? Or they had some statements when I was in the beginning stage of Islam. The old head, they were trying to speak Arab. They would say, La shukran, shukran Allah. La shukran, shukran Allah. They meant, they were trying to say, don't thank me, thank Allah. That's not even Arabic. La shukran, there's no thanks. Shukran Allah. Yani, shukran Allah is really the thanks of Allah. Mudaf alayh. Shukran Allah. It doesn't mean ashkur Allah, which is an action. But they were trying to say, don't thank me, thank Allah. Or they used to say, La shukran ala wajib. There's no thanks upon an obligation. There's some people saying this. So you grew up thinking this is right. When you really find out later, it was nothing more than opposition to what the Prophet said, Man la yashkur nas, la yashkur Allah. Whoever doesn't thank the people for what that person helped you and did for you, you have not thanked Allah. So it's not shirk. From the text of the book of Allah and the Sunnah of His Messenger Sallallahu, give me an example in closing shirk. Each person.
Saying that Isa is the Son of God.
The Son of God, shirk, all day long. And is it kufr?
Yes.
Yes. Kullu shirk, kufr. Kullu shirk, kufr. Every shirk is kufr. And you said no. I said, wow, he didn't understand that principle. You have to say yes. Every shirk is kufr. Shirk. Shirk going out the door, baby. Going once, going twice. A shirk market. Let me get a shirk from you. That's not what Allah. An example of shirk.
Yes, sir.
Not an action of shirk. So in your thinking cap, I got a rabbit foot in my back pocket, and I'm thinking this rabbit foot is going to keep me from breaking my ankle.
That's it. Like,
Shirk?
Sure.
And is it?
Kufr.
Kufr too.
Hey, well, Barakallahu Fik. Omar, going out the door, baby. Shirk. Come on now. I drop a mirror. 7 years bad what?
Superstitions.
Is that shirk?
Yes.
Is it kufr?
Yes.
Now I said, Umar, you got a lot of names. Ibrahim, Umar, Sheikh, MashaAllah, Abu Asma'i. You got the man got a lot of names. Jazakumullah khair. Allah your feather. You get all that reward from all them names. God bless you, man. You on the road, boy. On my road. Shirt going out the door. Last but not least.
Yep, those superstitions.
Superstition.
You know,
Sure.
Superstition.
Sure.
You know, can't sweep out the back door after sunset.
Allahu musta'an.
All that stuff.
What about Allahu musta'an, hasbunallah wa ni'mal wakil? Last but not least, wala hawla wala quwwata illa billah, showing off.
Yes.
Is it shirt? They would have hurt me now. Man, the drop. They was like going down here. Now the heel is going up. Last but not least, is it shirt?
Yes.
No.
And that
Yes. Sure.
was kufr kadalik. Is it kufr?
Yeah.
Yes.
How?
Yes.
Yes.
It has to be, right?
Yes.
According to the principle you learned.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So riyah is to do stuff to be seen by people. Now, why do you want to do it to be seen by people? Think about everything you learned today. So that you can get a what from them?
Praise.
Woo! And who praise you when you do good?
Allah.
Talks about you. He rewards you. So when you do something, which this is minor shirk, and we're talking about religious deeds, you're doing it to be seen. It could be worldly deeds too, some ulama said. So it's shirk, but it's minor shirk. You don't leave Islam. This is the type of shirk, like the kufr we said, that if a Muslim does it, he remains a Muslim. Kufr of action, this is shirk of action. Kufr of belief, the Muslim leaves Islam. Kufr of belief, the Muslim loses his Islam. Shirk of belief, the Muslim leaves and loses his Islam, with some details that we won't bring now. And shirk of action, the Muslim still remains a Muslim, but it's a major sin, and that shirk also is kufr, because you want the reward, you want the praise from the people. Now Allah, هذا وصلى الله على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه سلم تسليما كثيرا. I hope the class helped you as it relates to the other dars and the other materials. I hope it helped fine-tune and lock in. Give me some feedback going out the door. Was it good? Did it help?
It helped me very much.
Could you take something from this lesson, 1, 2, 3, 10 things, any number, and teach it, benefit it to somebody?
Certainly can.
Yeah.
Then do so, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum.
Long.